Hello, and welcome. Do you have an appointment with us today? Okay. May I have your name, please? I'm just going to go ahead, look you up. It's a little late, but I guess I haven't very much been paying attention lately. Forgive me. Okay, can you repeat that? Okay. I don't see you in our book. May I ask what this appointment was for? A watch fitting? Okay. And do you plan on buying a watch with us today? Alright, no worries. Our store closes in about 35 to 40 minutes, and then it's bedtime for me, but I'd be very, very happy to get you fit for your new watch. Alright, let me just get a few details if you do not mind. I apologize. Can I get your full name again? Okay. And what kind of watch are you looking for, even though you're only getting fit for one today? Wood watches. You've heard of those, okay. Yeah, they've been around for a very, very long time, but it was only up until recently that they started making mainstream again, so we do have a few. I would like to be honest. We kind of like to save those. They're not very much in stock in our store, but we have a few to sell, so I would be happy to show you after a bit, but we're going to show you a few other ones first if you're interested after we get you measured. So, alright, so you've heard of the wood watches. And how did you hear about our store? You didn't. You just saw the sign. Okay. No problem. Well, my dear, let's get you all set up. We have a very easy way of measuring your wrist for a watch. Interestingly enough, anybody can actually do it at home, but we're going to do that way. It's pretty much all the same. Some just have fancier ways of doing it. Alright, so I do want to ask permission if I may touch your wrists. I'm going to actually be measuring both. Now you're probably thinking, well, maybe this wrist is the same as this wrist in regards to measurements, and that's actually very untrue. Some people suffer from arthritis and can get arthritis in their knuckles and hands. It's kind of like the case of O.J. Simpson and how he got away with murder. He stopped taking his arthritis medication, so his hand swelled up like a balloon. So when the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Let's move on. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, sorry for that, be cutting this strip off right here. I actually have two pieces. So let's start with that. But yeah, may I touch your wrist very quickly? Which wrist were you looking? Oh, both? No problem. Alright, let's see. You have very smooth skin. Beautiful. I'm sure one of our watches will fit you very well. You'll see why I'm cutting two strips. We usually use just the old paper from the office in the back. We don't have a fancy way of doing things. Alright. Next, we're going to label these left and right. So I'm just going to put an L here. Alright, so we will start with your right wrist, and what I'm going to do is just have you get close to me if you can. Go ahead. just going to, we're starting with your right, so I'm just going to wrap this around. Okay, let's even it out. You and about there. Alright, so that's your right. And you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move this by your head, I'm sorry. Next to that stand. Alright. Alright, can I see your left hand? Okay. Alright, so we do have your right and your left. What I'm going to do next is get your measurements. There's about an inch of difference, but we'll see. So I'm just going to take this tape measure. We don't actually have a ruler on us right now, but it all extends the same. And I'm just going to measure the paper, okay? So we actually measure in millimeters. Millimeters, 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 millimeters. Did you hear me? Oh, I'm sorry, I said millimeters, millimeters, meters, meters, So, rather than inches, it's a little bit harder to measure in inches whenever it's actually a body part. So, sort of. Alright. We'll start with your right. I'm just going to go about here. Alright, let's begin. So you are about 20 millimeters on your right hand. You have to kind of go in halves with the millimeters. Now I'm a 15.5. That's what my wrists measure for a watch. So you are, let's write that down, 20 millimeters. Okay. For your right, sorry, I'm just putting that beside you. Let's check your left. Would you like me to measure your face? Alright. So you are... You're about 18 millimeters on this one, but we're going to have to round it down. Well, actually, we may have to round it up. Now, the issue is we want it a little bit more tight whenever it's up closer to the wrist. Some people wear their watches differently. They'll wear it closer to the hand itself or a little bit farther out. And I measured a little farther out, so actually we're going to stay with 20 on each side. And that's completely fine. We have different sizes of different styles. The wooden watches, their brand is named Jord, but it can also be pronounced Jord. Jord and Jord. Jord. Those are the watches I told you about. We keep them, like I said, behind the counter, but I'm happy to show you. But first, I would like to introduce you to a few other watches that you may or may not be interested in. They're pretty low quality, and I'm not saying that you need low quality, but you look like you've worked a little bit. You have beautiful skin, but you look like were you at work before you stopped in here? No? Okay. No problem. Let's just get right into showing you about the watches. So, first let's start with, do you have any children? Nieces, nephews? Yeah? Any kids in your life? Okay. So, we have this Super Mario watch that we're going to actually be giving away. And it comes with any purchase, so if you choose to get a watch today, I'd be happy to give that to you. Oh, no. Please, don't feel like you have to buy anything. Actually, with those wooden watches I told you about, we kind of are having a little giveaway with those. And I was gonna save it, but it actually starts tomorrow. And you can get $100 or $180 off of one of the Jord watches, believe it or not. And then you'll get a free measurement like I just did for you, which you may not need since I just measured your wrist, but I definitely suggest it every time you're getting measured for a watch or you want to choose a new one. But anyway, I completely believe that you should definitely check that out. So a lot of their watches start at $180, so it's almost like you're getting a free watch, or you could put it to one of the more expensive watches. And the 3 I have in the back, one of those watches are $180. Actually, I believe 2 of them are. And then the third one's a little more expensive, but all of them are built very well. So anyway, but the Super Mario watch, it's just free with any purchase. We have a little bit of overstock on them, so. And it lights up. Get a little close to you. Isn't that pretty? We'll definitely consider that. What I'm going to do very quickly, before I show you the others, we're kind of going from lower price to high. I'm going to write down your wrist size. Would you like me to send you information on how to enter the Jord giveaway? Yes, I know I'm a little bit obsessed, but no problem. I don't know, it gets a little hard working in a watch store when you have low quality and high quality, but to each their own. This romper I'm wearing, $5. Okay, so you were 20, actually we decided on 20 on both, 20M on the right, I believe. And then you were 18, but we're rounding you up to the left. Or that's vice versa. Okay. So, let's see. $180 off. Jord. For a giveaway. There's, have you ever heard of what's called ASMR? Well, YouTube? Okay, so if you go on YouTube and you type in Karuna Satori ASMR, there's like this video, it's called like the Watchmakers Roleplay, or something along those lines, you'll see. And below that, if you click the link in the description box, that's how you enter the giveaway. And you can also comment your favorite series of the Jord collection. So, alright. Just gonna set that over here with you. It's right there. Okay, so let's continue. Now, are you looking for something very fancy yet cheap, or are you looking for classy? There's a difference between fancy and classy, trust me. Okay, are you looking for more of the female, like right brain kind, or like the male left brain, like, you know, more dominant? I mean, females can be dominant, but overall the lighter colors would be considered a little bit more feminine. Okay, 1 second. Let's see what we got here. I have this brand, EGC. this watch is a more masculine watch, but it can be worn by anybody in my opinion. So, it has quartz in it, quartz accuracy, but it doesn't run on its own. One of the Jord watches we have, the Meridian series, which you'll see, actually will never need changed. Excuse me. I choked on my own spit. Forgive me. So, yes, the price is only $7.88. But the reason for that are these are very, very cheaply made. Eventually, have you ever worn like a necklace in the back of your neck or something? Like when you would reach back to unhook it, you'd smell your hands and they would smell like kind of metal-ish. That's exactly kind of what these watches are. It's very low quality, very low main. I'm hungry. But this is a more, again, masculine watch, so. Next, we have the more female, feminine kind. Obviously, there's more than two genders, but I still like to use the word masculine energy and feminine energy because it's all a matter of nurture versus nature, hunting versus, caring and everything like that. So, please don't think I'm going specifically to one or the other. There's a variety. Now, this one, like I said, it's a little bit more on the feminine side because it's very thin. I'm not saying anybody can't wear it, but this is a long life battery. It has a 1-year limited warranty, and it's also $7.88. Get a little bit up close too, if you don't mind. The lighting makes it reflect a little bit. I really think you would dig this one. But again, another thing is me tapping on this right now. First time you scrape it off of something, it kind of gets scratched. And although it's a 1-year limited warranty, you have to send it back. And these kinds of brands, they take weeks. Now, with the Jord brand, immediately you send it back, they fix it and get it sent right back out to you. It's not a matter of month waits, or week waits or anything like that. Like, it's as soon as possible, and I really respect that about the brand. I'm getting there, I know. My obsessive accuracy. Not what I was going to say that I think you caught. I think it's just that it's the end of the day and I'm ready to go home. So let's move on. Now the next watch I'm going to show you, it's kind of a hit or miss with everybody. Are you thirsty at all? I apologize, I didn't offer you any tea, coffee, soda, juice, water. I have my coffee right here. Forgive me. So again, the next watch, everybody kind of has one, or a type of one. They make all different brands, but this is the main brand and where it came from, and that would be the Apple Watch, and this is the Series 3. Now I'm going to turn it on. The load up screen. A lot of people, in my honest opinion, I wouldn't recommend an Apple Watch unless you are at work all day and you know that you can't reach for your phone. Kind of have your phone turned off, like turned down, and you'll still get notifications. Now, the Apple Watch Series 3 was the first watch to ever have LTE on it, meaning that you can turn your phone off. It depends. If you don't have it on airplane mode or you just turn the silence on and keep it down, you get all the texts and phone calls and everything like that on your phone. So I have the short band. This is actually considered the sports band, and this is what usually comes with the Apple Watch. So it's still on the loading screen. You'd think after how many years that they would get it right and get it down. But again, this is the only time I would ever recommend an Apple Watch. They're a little bit expensive, but you can check your heart rate on it, and for somebody like myself with anxiety, I'm like that. Now, if you just, want it for looks, no way. Having a watch is more for like class and everything like that. I have no idea what's going on over here, but it's not looking good. Oh, there it is. So, this is just an example of a background. You have you have to put in a passcode, so. Okay. You can hit the side button, which is basically I believe it's called the king button. And then you have your menu. And again, it's more for business. When you're running, I would never run with a Jord watch on. I would never risk it. Maybe in a life-threatening situation, but they're too beautiful. Apple Watches, they're built for a little bit of damage, so I'll give them credit for that. But, yeah, you can have your text. You can listen to music on this now. Obviously not an iPhone jack, but it has a pretty good speaker for a little teeny-weeny watch. You can talk on the phone. Again, when you're at work and you can't reach for your phone, this is perfect. So, this is definitely something to consider. Would you like to try this on? Your wrists probably reach, if they're 20M, about here. So, yeah, no problem. So you just put it like this. And then, all right. What do you think? Go ahead and look. No. Yeah, like I said, it's just not for, even comfort. It's a little heavy. You definitely know it's on your wrist. But those are the watches I would have suggested for you now. Let me get the Jords, and we'll begin with those. Which one should we start with? How about we start with the best one? And this one, and these are the boxes they come in. So they come in these boxes again, and in the front they have a cute little hidden little drawer, if you will. Very, very pretty. Please forgive the outside noise. So whenever you open the box, it's magnetic, so it's in or out. And it has a cute little foam thing on there. This has been opened once or twice before for showing, so that's why it fell out, but that way if you want to travel or something like that, you can put it right back on. So again, this is the Meridian series, and it has a protective cover on it right now, so. My apologies for that. So anyway, again, if you want to travel, you can just put it right back on this little cushion that they give. So I'm going to show you pretty much what comes in the boxes of all the Jords. And basically, you get all kinds of information. You get an oil kit. There's like a little oil thing that comes with it. I believe I have one in the other box. Something to wipe the screen with. You want to oil your watch, at least I believe, every couple months, but if you sweat a lot, every couple weeks. So the Meridian series. This is what this is. It has all the Jord information on the back of it. So this is actually my favorite watch that Jord makes, in my opinion. I'm going to set the box down and show you the watch itself, tell you a little bit about it. So, in my honest opinion, if you want to see like the crown jewel of wooden watches, like of the wooden watch family, I would totally go for the Jord Meridian series. Now listen to this. Hear how it shakes? I'll show you the back of it in a moment, but anyway. The particular Meridian is called Dusk. So it's such an appropriate name when you see the tone of olive and walnut used to make the band and the casing. So the dome and glass black plate are sapphire crystal. But my favorite part of the Meridian design would have to be the exposed gear on the face of the watch, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. The visibility of self-winding engineering gives it a characteristic that makes the Meridian so unique. And then Jord has also put a lot of, time and effort into creating a whole customizable series. So if you go on the website, you can definitely see. Now, whenever I said about the face of the watch, let me show you. Obviously, the front, you can see all the details, which is the vase, but it's also on the back as well. So look at that detail, if you will. It's just so intricate. I feel like I'm patronizing a little bit, but I'm really not. There's just a lot to talk about this watch. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm a very weird person and smell everything. The smell is incredible, and all it is when you order and you get it. Or, we have a few here, but they're usually online only for now. But the smell is like it's the actual wax that they put on, so that way it doesn't ever fade out like from sun damage or anything else. As long as you wax your watch, you will be fine. And I really like this cute little cushion thing. But anyway, I'm just going to take this brush, just brush it off. It's too precious not to. Okay. So, the back of the watch, you can see all the intricate details, and actually how it works is it's self-winding, as I said, so it doesn't need a battery as long as you are moving around, it winds itself, or you take time to wind it every maybe a week or so. And my last favorite thing about all of Jord watches are, it shows the birth date of the watch, literally. It says 100% natural, wood crafted on 11/21/2017. Its birth, it was born in St. Louis, and I think that is just beautiful. Sapphire crystal, that's adorable. It's like, here, it has a little birth date. But again, this is one of the classier watches. The price for this watch is very equal to how much work is put into it, but it's more of along the lines of a designer classier series. But if you would like to go down, I'm going to actually just place it back. Did you want to try this one on? No? Okay, no, that's fine. We have the other two I'm going to show you. Now, we'll save that for last. Alright. Tops off this one. But again, it's magnetic, so. Now this watch is the Frankie series. Absolutely beautiful. I actually have the exact same one. Now, 1 second, actually. I have put this right here. Forgive me. Okay, there we go. Alright, so the same thing actually, I never went in with mine. It also comes with extra bands if yours so happens to break. Same thing inside, you know, the little card tells a little bit about the Frankie series. The reason I have this watch in general is because I absolutely love how it's very noticeable, but at the same time, it's very minimal. Does that make sense? I'll explain in a moment. Has the little drawer. Okay. So, let me show you up close a little bit about the watch. It's emerald green. Minimalism has never equated to more. It's deeply toned sandalwood, and it's combined with a solid smoke face, as you can see, to create a subtlety of strength. Your time is your own, so you can find elegance and ease in this ultra slim case and enjoy the comfort of the straight line strap. And that's just basically, see how it's all kind of one. It doesn't have like the intricate little things in the middle like the Meridian does. So, but yeah, the uncomplicated minimal watch face allows focus. The streamlined shaping offers style, and you can wear time well. Cute little thing with the Frankie dark sandalwood, but it has the emerald face, so. But it's very beautiful. Oh, and how they clip, just to show you if you'd ever be interested, is on the back here. It's very easy. A lot of watches, you know, wooden watches, you would think. Now, this one you can't see the back, but it's very, very pretty. It shows a lot more detail than the other one. Jord crafted on 9/30/2017. It was born in St. Louis. 100% natural wood. And it says the Frankie series. It was a registered design, and it's sapphire crystal as well. So as long as you're winding it, it will work. No worries on changing a lithium battery or something that it's just not good to have near the skin. So it's very pretty. I wish that the lighting wasn't so in your face in a way. But it's beautiful. And then, last but not least, I'm going to set this down. The Cora series. So, I kind of have the back off of this one, and this is an old one that I have, but they have this series on their website. It's Cora. It's sandalwood and the rose gold face with the crystals, and you can see the inside very small, which gives it a very classy look. And I absolutely adore this watch. This is actually one of my favorites. I have the same one, and I've had it for about since last November, I believe. And if you look at the back, you can see the face. Listen to it. So it has the same winding technique as the Meridian does. The Meridian was the first one. And this watch was about $180 as well, so definitely consider that if you consider entering the giveaway, okay? But that's about it. I've worn this watch like at least, I don't know, maybe 20-30 times, and I do tend to sweat a lot. So I'm very surprised. I've been waxing the watch and everything like that, and there's no damage. You'd think like maybe there would be damage or anything like that. Absolutely not. It's a beautiful watch. But yeah, so I definitely recommend that. But I mean, that's about it. I mean, those are the watches that I have, and if you are interested, maybe, yeah, thinking about it would definitely be a good idea. Give it some time. Tell me what you think. You know, we are here all day, Monday through Friday, Saturdays or Sundays if you need us. We have our store thing in the front, so there's no problem. But yeah, it was very, very, very nice meeting you. definitely on that paper I have the details of the giveaway. All you have to do is click the link for the Jord giveaway. Make sure you enter, you know, what's asked, and then you can comment in that video down below your favorite series and colors of the different watches and what you would do with yours. So, I mean, but yeah, so, oh, and you can also get $25 off any watch with a coupon code. I think it's Karuna Satori ASMR. Just make sure you check the description of that video with the information I gave you, okay? So, and also remember your wrists on the left and right are 20 millimeters, but also to make sure that Jord offers, a lot of them, but Jord offers free sizing and different sizing. So all you have to do is do the exact same thing I showed you. They have instructions on the site, but don't take my word for it. Always measure yourself, because again, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. It was nice meeting you, and have a good night.